Welcome everyone. My name is Justin Smith and I'm with the Ohio Department of Taxation, Excise and Energy Division. I'm the tax examiner manager over public utility personal property. I've been with the department for going on 16 years. Actually, today's agenda, we're going to go over the County Auditor Portal, some of the new features specifically for public utility tax assessments. And then at the end, we'll go through a live demo of kind of going through the system and just learning some of the new features that went live this year. So as you know, we've moved Public Utility Tax Administration to a new system, OH Tax. This year was the first year that we issued the assessments out of the system. And with that, a couple new features that kind of improved the experience for the county auditors. We developed the County Auditor Portal, which allows kind of a secure and convenient way to access the public utility documents. You can send web notices if you have questions. You can download a CSV file, which I'll get into later. If you have any questions today, on the screen right now is our email address, along with the phone number to the Excise and Energy Tax Division. But before we get into the technical details, I will go over the kind of the three-step process of how to actually register for the County Auditor Portal to be able to view some of the things that are available online now. All right, so the registration is a three-step workflow. So first you need to submit the authorization form, which you receive by emailing the countyauditor@tax.ohio.gov. Once you get the form, complete it. On the form, it's filled out by the county auditor. The county auditor can add as many users as they would like. And on the form, there'll be three options: public utility property, homestead exemption, and the sales tax. You can specify specific options depending on each person that works in your office. You can give all three full access. It's kind of up to the county auditor on what access level they want to approve for their employees. Once the form is completed, you email it back, and we here at the department will create an account on behalf of the users listed on the form, along with whatever access you've approved for them. Once they're approved, they'll receive an email back from the department with further instructions on how to set up the account. Finally, once that happens, each user will be assigned their own login credentials, a unique unique username, a password, and then a two-step authentication. So before we take a look at kind of getting into the system, we'll go over a couple of the new things for public utility property specifically. This year, as opposed to previous years, PUPP values are now rounded to the nearest dollar. Previously, they were rounded to the nearest $10. Due to the upgrade of the new system, we are now rounding each taxing district to the nearest whole dollar. Second, you'll notice that the FEINs are gone. In previous years, we would provide the company name along with their federal ID number on all the preliminary assessments. This year, they've been replaced by public utility property account numbers, which you can find on the download file on the County Auditor Portal. A couple of key updates on delivery this year. Railroads and non-railroads were split into two different mailings this year. Previously, it was all on one mailing. They're also available in two separate files on the County Auditor Portal as PDFs. There is also a CSV download file available. The only difference with the download file is that the railroads and non-railroads are actually on one file, unlike the PDFs, which are separated into two. This year, County Auditor appeal notices will also be available on the County Auditor Portal. As PDF downloads, those will not be on a CSV file, only available as a PDF document. If the department has to issue any amended preliminary assessments, those will also be delivered on the County Auditor Portal and mailed. Typically, we'll issue amendeds, usually for taxing district changes or a taxing district name change. And if that's the case, you will see one delivered to your county auditor inbox if it affects your county. Speaking of the portal, let's take a look at it and some of the features here. Okay, now that we've went through some of the key points, we'll go ahead and take a look at the county auditor portal. So I'm going to start you at the point where we've already logged in. So we've filled out the form, the authorization form. We've sent it in. We've been approved by the department. We have a username, and now you're able to log into the system. And the user I will demonstrate here has full access, meaning they have public utility property, sales tax, and homestead exemption. So from here, you land on the home page of the county. You can change delivery methods, how you want things delivered, mail, paper, email. And on the menu, this will display, if you have full access, as this user does, sales tax, some homestead exemption, and what I'm talking about today, public utility personal property. I will mention in this section as well, the county auditor can update their address. So for the public utility property tax assessments that were issued this year, they went to the address on file for the county customer that the department had. But if the address needs to be updated, it can be done here. So in this case, I'm already an active user. I went through my disclosure training, and I've been verified and approved by the department. Public utility property tax, we can view the assessments. These were the assessments that also went out in the mail on September 29th this year. We have railroads, so specifically in this document would be railroad assessments, and in this one would be non-railroads. Any amendeds or appeal notices would also show up here in the inbox, and you can see from this user here that an amended assessment was issued. And then back on the menu page, you can also see that you can download the preliminary assessments. This year, tax year 2025, calendar year 24, this is available for download in a CSV right here. And then from there, you can either view it here or download it and save it. Before we close today, I would also like to mention that, in this example, the user was approved and had went through the annual disclosure training. So each county auditor user is required to go through an annual disclosure training. You can actually see it on this screen right here, view disclosure training. That's once a year, so the username or the profile stays active. They have to be renewed once a year. You'll be notified when your disclosure training is ready to expire, which I think is January 31st of each year. So with that, thank you for joining today, and we'll be standing by for any questions.